1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4.
Taking it about the 1.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Here we go. I got you.
Jimmy going to look to throw it on the first play.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So this game here in London, the first of 5 games in the NFL International Series for 2022. We'll see the Giants and Packers here next week. Broncos and Jags at Wembley at the end of the month. The Seahawks and the Bucs, that'll be in November in Munich, Germany. First time a game's been held there. And then we wrap up down in Mexico City, November 21st. Cardinals and Niners from Estadio Azteca.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys.
Now Garoppolo lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The Saints are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Here we go.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara, his first rushing touchdown of the year.
And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Lunt's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw, Cousins.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now this will be a jet sweep. Here's Thomas with it. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, John. 2.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play. It forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 2nd and goal, Cousins looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
3rd and goal for Cousins. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. The kick by Joseph is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that first quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Following the interception, Cousins. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins, he's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Marcus Mariota. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. 21.
That's complete to Troutman, right side.
Touchdown! Adam Troutman as the first half is winding down.
And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Final play of the half, Cousins. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught at the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game. And I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even. They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Joseph's got it.
And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And the slot man goes in motion left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Hey, alert! 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 13!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
He's at the 50. 30.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Garoppolo.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Saints have retaken a third-quarter lead.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is brought in at the 21. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are, you know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week, he was dominant. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw it is Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Cousins from the gun on third. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Joseph is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up. Are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. Cousins to throw. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll run for it with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He's hit 3 times already, and this for the win. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Vikings, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle